Welcome to Fluent English Learning. In today's episode, we'll listen to a captivating story told by a grandmother to her grandchildren. Listening to stories in English is a great way to improve your fluency, learn new vocabulary, and understand sentence structure. Let's join Grandma as she tells us an exciting and meaningful story. Story: The Wise Old Turtle. It was a chilly evening, and the warm glow of the fireplace filled the room. Grandma sat in her favorite rocking chair, with little Emma and Jack snuggled up beside her, eager for their bedtime story.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a beautiful forest. In this forest, there lived many animals who were good friends. They played together, helped each other, and lived happily. Among these animals was a wise old turtle named Timmy. Timmy was very old and had seen many seasons come and go. All the animals respected Timmy because he always gave the best advice.
Grandma, what kind of advice did Timmy give?
Ah, my dear Emma, let me tell you about one particular advice that changed the lives of all the animals. One day, the animals were playing near the river when they heard a loud roar. They were scared and didn't know what to do. The roar was coming from a large cave nearby, which none of them had ever dared to enter. The lion, who was usually very brave, said, "We must find out what is making that noise, but I am too scared to go alone."
Did anyone volunteer to go, Grandma?
At first, no one did. But then Timmy, the wise old turtle, slowly made his way to the front and said, "Sometimes we fear what we do not understand, but if we face our fears together, we can overcome anything." The animals listened to Timmy and decided to go together. They marched bravely to the cave, with Timmy leading the way. As they entered the cave, they saw a huge, frightening shadow on the wall. The animals trembled, but Timmy kept moving forward. As they got closer, they realized the shadow was just a small, scared little bear cub, lost and lonely. The roar they heard was the cub crying for help. The animals sighed with relief and approached the cub gently. The lion said, "You don't need to be scared. We're here to help you." The cub smiled and said, "Thank you. I was so afraid that I would never find my way home."
Did they help the cub find his home?
Yes, they did. Timmy and the other animals guided the cub back to his family, who lived on the other side of the forest. The cub's family was overjoyed and thanked the animals for their kindness. Timmy turned to the other animals and said, "You see, sometimes what we fear the most is not as scary as it seems. When we face our fears together, we can turn them into strengths." From that day on, the animals always remembered Timmy's advice. They learned to face their fears with courage and to support each other no matter what challenges came their way.
That's a wonderful story, Grandma. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is that courage and teamwork can help us overcome our fears. And it's also important to be kind and help those in need, just like the animals helped the little bear cub.
Thank you for joining us for this heartwarming story. Remember, listening to English stories helps you improve your fluency, learn new words, and understand how to use them in sentences. Keep practicing by listening to more stories and conversations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more engaging content. See you next time on Fluent English Learning.